Hey there, Scott here from Scott Allen Online. In today's video, we're talking about the 7 hot tips you can use for social media lead generation. So let's get started. The success of any organization is often dependent on the quantity and quality of leads it has access to. And as a result, sales and marketing professionals are constantly looking for new ways to improve their lead generation strategies. In fact, according to ZoomInfo, 68% of B2B salespeople and marketers rank generating high-quality leads as their top priority for 2020. Yet despite the exponential growth of social media in the last 5 years or so, B2B companies in particular remain skeptical of its effectiveness as a lead generation tool. So if this sounds like you, it's time to put your reservations aside. And here's why. Of those who use the internet, 76% of Americans use social media. And according to Social Media News, over 60% of the total Australian population are active Facebook users. And here are some other stats to consider courtesy of ZoomInfo. In as little as 6 hours a week, 66% of salespeople and marketers see lead generation benefits with social media. Social media has a 100% higher lead to close rate than purely outbound marketing alone. Social media lead conversion rates are 13% higher than the average lead conversion rate. Lead generation through social media is quick, cost-effective, and relatively easy to implement. So do you want to turn your social media presence into a B2B lead generation machine? Then check out these 7 tips. So here are the 7 tips to generate leads on social media. Now there's no one trick or tactic to increase the number of leads you generate on social media, but there are a number of best practices you should follow in order to maximize the effectiveness of your social media accounts as lead generation channels. So here's what I recommend. Firstly, focus your efforts on the appropriate social media channels. Did you know Snapchat ads are viewed up to 1 million times a day? Now, before you run out and spend thousands of dollars on ad space, do your research. Because the question you have to ask yourself, is your target audience even using Snapchat? Now, chances are if you're in the B2B space, the answer is probably no. Not every social media platform will work for you or your company. You need to focus your time and your budget on the channels that will best help you meet your goals. Most B2B sales and marketing professionals rely on a combination of LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook for lead generation, with research pointing to LinkedIn as the most effective. And some other platforms to consider could include Pinterest, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, SlideShare, and the aforementioned Snapchat. The next tip is to combine your content marketing strategy with an overall social media strategy. Many B2B salespeople and companies that are hugely successful on social media, it's not because of their products or services, but because they're considered to be thought leaders in their respective industries. So how can you or your company gain this sort of traction? Well, you need to merge your content marketing strategy with your social media strategy. And for me, this is a 3-step process. Firstly, you have to understand your audience's interests and where they are in the current buyer's life cycle. And secondly, you need to create content that speaks to those interests and again, where they are in the buyer's life cycle. And then thirdly, distribute that content via the most appropriate social media channel. You see, by producing high quality original content, give potential customers the incentive to engage with your company and yourself via those social media channels. And I can't stress enough, tailor your content to each social platform. I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse than following a salesperson or company across multiple social media platforms only to see the exact same message posted at the exact same time on each and every channel every single day. And before you ask, yes, I've been guilty of this too. And I've learned from those mistakes. My next tip is in relation to social media lead generation tools. So for example, instead of using a one and done approach, craft a different message for each platform. So while the text and link you want your visitors to go to might remain the same, there are different steps you can take to make your content more engaging on each platform. And utilize all of a platform's features and capabilities to ensure maximum success. Because whilst having a social media presence is great, simply having a profile alone is not enough to generate leads. And again, according to ZoomInfo, did you know that as a salesperson, you're 70% more likely to get an appointment or even an unexpected sale if you join an appropriate LinkedIn group Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter all have special features that can make lead generation even easier. So here are some things to look into, whether they be paid ads, hashtags, Twitter cards, live streaming, specialized groups, and call to action buttons. And also cross-promote. It's extremely important that your online presence is both consistent and connected. And by linking your various accounts, giving your audience more ways to connect and engage with you and your brand. An example of this could be posting an infographic on Pinterest and then link it back to a related blog post. Or use Twitter to promote a live stream you're doing on Facebook or LinkedIn, for example. The key is make it easy for potential buyers to find ways to engage with you. Okay, my next tip is optimizing your website, or your authority engine as I like to call it. Whether directly, for example via linking back to your own site, or indirectly via brand awareness as another example, social media is an excellent way to drive traffic to your business's website or your own personal authority engine. So do your social media team a favor and yourself and make sure your website is optimized for conversion. Do you have a visible contact form where potential prospects can reach you? Do you have a strong call to action to advise the visitors that arrive at your website or authority engine what you would like them to do next? Is your messaging clear? Would anybody that lands on your website or your own personal authority engine understand what it is that you do and how you can help them? As a salesperson or business owner, time is of the essence. So utilize social media lead generation tools that integrate with the platforms you're already using. As social networking has increased in popularity, the number of tools designed to help you use that social media has also grown. This allows you to focus on your core business, and you can now use tools to schedule posts, run social promotions, analyze your followers, track engagement, and even prospect within a particular social media platform. This can save you massive time and increase productivity by finding social media solutions that work for you and your business. So here are some tools to try. Convertly, Octopost, Peoplelinks, Buffer, ReachOut, Hootsuite, and Sprout Social. So that's it. 7 hot tips to use social media for lead generation. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you got some value from it, you may want to check out my upcoming 7-Figure Sales Academy membership, where I cover all this and more using my PACER methodology, along with a large range of tools, resources and frameworks for communicating and selling to the modern customer. Or you can grab my new book, 7-Figure Sales Skills, available at Amazon now. See you in the next video, and if you're looking for more sales tips and strategies, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye for now.